Now we are moving towards third part of the theorem, and here we are going to prove that the additive inverse is unique. Now you will wonder, first of all we have proved identity element is unique. Now we are proving additive inverse is unique. But what exactly is additive inverse? Wait a minute, I will tell you. That's really simple. Now we know that R2 is a collection of x comma y such that this x and y are real numbers. Now if I pick 1 2 from this, 1 2 is an element of R2, right? So the question is, after adding which element in 1 2 we will get our 0 vector back. Now what is our 0 vector? That is 0 comma 0. Just think for a while and you will get the answer that it should be -1 comma -2. Now the question is, this is true, 1 comma 2 plus -1 comma -2 will be 0 vector. So now I ask you a question, do you have some any other vector other than -1 comma -2, of course, that will give you the same result? I mean 1 2 comma that vector should be again equal to 0 comma 0. And if you think for some time, your answer will be no. There is only one vector that I can put here that can be added to 1 2 and we will get the 0 vector here, and that vector is of course nothing but -1 -2, and this is nothing but the uniqueness, because there is one and only one vector, that is -1 comma -2. After adding to 1 comma 2 we will get a 0 vector back. Now this is not only true for 1 2, if you take any element of R2, that will be true for that element. Let us say if I take 3 2, then you will add -3 comma -2, and that -3 comma -2 is called as additive inverse of 3 2. Similarly here, this -1 comma -2 is called as additive inverse of 1 2. Is that clear? And if I take another example, let us say -3 2, you will wonder, if we add 3 -2, then we will get a 0 vector. Thus this 3 -2 is called as additive inverse of -3 2. This is the concept of additive inverse, and it is unique, and that is exactly what we have to prove here. So here the logic is same. We have taken one vector from the vector space, we are calling it as x, and we are saying that, let us say that it has two additive inverse, and we are calling them as y and y dash, and we are going to show that these two identity inverse actually are the same. I mean y is equal to y dash. That is what we are going to prove. Let us begin then. So first of all, I will write down the given things. So I have written the given things here. For x belonging to v, let us say that there are y and y dash, of course, belonging to v, such that x plus y is equal to a 0 vector and x plus y dash is equal to 0 vector. Now our job is to prove y is equal to y dash. So the question is how to proceed. This proof is all about using the right property at the right time. Let us begin. So I will start with LHS. I will say consider y. Now how can you write y? Can you recall any property? Do you remember P3? What is P3? U plus 0 vector is always equal to u for any u belonging to v. Now over here this y is an element of a vector space, so I can write it as y plus a 0 vector. But note, do you have the value of 0 vector? Absolutely, that is x plus y and x plus y dash, but the values are 2. So which value of 0 vector you should use? Now note that we have to prove y is equal to y dash, and which equation contains y dash, that is what we have to think of. And if you see, this is that equation, therefore that value we will use. So this can be written as y plus x plus y dash. This is equal to associativity, you are right. So this is equal to, if you want I will write P3. So y plus x plus y dash, and associative properties, the second one, so we have used P2. But just take a note, what is y plus x? Y plus x is nothing but x plus y, that is nothing but P1. So this is equal to x plus y dash, that is by P1. But what is x plus y? That is 0 vector. From here you can see, so this is equal to 0 plus y dash, this is simply given, let us say, okay, this is also given. But what is 0 plus y dash? Again P3, that is nothing but y dash, which is equal to y dash, which is P3. And that is what we wanted to prove, therefore y is equal to y dash.